So we all know that the heart pumps blood around the body. The heart is made of 4 chambers, so you've got 2 on the left and 2 on the right. And you've got the upper chambers on the left and right are both called the atrium. So you've got the atrium here and you've got an atrium here. Then the 2 ones on the bottom are called the ventricles. So you've got one here and you've got one here. And they're all connected. As you can see, there's a valve here, but they're all connected and blood can flow freely in and out of the heart. Now, there's your right atrium, your left atrium, your right ventricle, and your left ventricle. When you're looking at the heart, you have to think as if you are looking at a person who is opposite you. So the right hand chambers are drawn on the left hand side in a diagram, and vice versa. So that means that the right hand side is drawn on the left. Now, when you get oxygenated blood from the lungs, it comes in through the left atrium. It then goes into the left ventricle. And what happens here is your heart beats, so it pumps, it squeezes that muscle. Your heart's made of a lot of really strong muscle, squeezes, and the blood is pushed out and goes to the rest of the body. Now, usually this side of your heart is made of more muscle, and that's because it needs to pump the blood further. It needs to pump it to every part of your body, including your brain, so it's going against gravity. So that side of your heart is much stronger. So what happens on the other side? You've got deoxygenated blood, so it's dropped off the oxygen around the body. So imagine that ventricle's pumped it out, it's gone to the rest of the body, and now it's coming back to the right atrium on the opposite side of the heart. Once that happens, it goes down into the right ventricle. And what happens now? Your heart pumps again and squeezes, and the blood goes off to your lungs to get more oxygen. And it works like a big system, and it continually circulates like that. That's why it's called the circulatory system. So let's think about that again. You have your left atrium, your left ventricle, your right atrium, and your right ventricle. Now, the vessels, so the veins and the arteries and things that take blood in and out of the heart, have specific names. And you do need to know some of them for your GCSEs or for your Year 9 studies. So, deoxygenated blood coming from the body enters the heart from the superior, this one at the top here, or the inferior vena cava or cava. Now, what happens after that is blood enters from the lungs from the right or the left pulmonary veins. So superior vena cava here, inferior vena cava there, and your pulmonary veins. Now, the vessels are all large veins, we've just said that, and deoxygenated blood being pumped to the lungs exit via the left and right pulmonary arteries. And oxygenated blood headed for the rest of the body exits through this huge blood vessel that splits off into loads of parts called the aorta. Now, the heart, I find it very, very technical. There's lots of different words in there. It's good if you can get the diagram together so you've got a big picture of what the heart looks like. And once you've done that, you should be able to complete the task that's on the PowerPoint. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or Mrs. Hall and Mrs. Lister, because we all have good knowledge of biology and of this subject, so you can't email any of us. I suggest emailing Mrs. Lister because she is the biology expert. But like I say, if you're not confident enough, then you can email me. So have fun doing that, and hopefully this has helped and you've learned quite a lot of new words.